I've made it quite clear as of late, both in this Moody radio spot, through my websites, and through my latest books, that the Christian church today is missing something. It's missing its growl, its grit, its valiance, or as I've been known to say, it's missing its manly stuff. Muscular Christianity may not be in vogue today, but I believe whether it's wanted or not, it's desperately needed. So all that said, this past Sunday morning I couldn't seem to say one entire sentence without breaking down in tears. There was no growl, no grit, and not a scrap of hairy-chested manliness in the room. I was a puddle of softness and tender-hearted weepiness, because in my arms was placed a newborn baby girl. It's amazing. I can talk all day long about the nobility, grandeur, and epic substance of the manly gospel of Jesus Christ, and then turn into a puddle of tears with the single mention of one of my little daughters. So here's the great irony of my life. My forehead is flint and my backbone steel when it comes to the issues of bringing the brave-hearted manliness back into the modern church. However, so much of this huff and puff, growl and grr is due to the fact that I feel strongly about femininity. I want to see little girls protected and enabled to grow into mighty women of God. Christian femininity these days is limping along right next to Christian masculinity, but I personally feel that it could be so much more. You see, I have a vision for my daughters, and I guess you could say a vision for this entire generation of young Christian girls. I want to see them once again clothed in the historic grandeur of feminine valor and strength. I want to see my girls grow up to be Amy Carmichaels and go on death-defying rescue missions to save little girls being sold into temple prostitution in India. I want to see them become Gladys Aylwards, leaving all the comforts of home in order that the unreached people of China may hear the gospel. I want to see them become Elizabeth Frys, single-handedly overhauling the prison systems all over the world to bring Jesus to those in bondage. I want to see them showcase the spiritual audacity of Jackie Pullinger, the spiritual courage of Catherine Booth and Sabina Wurmbrand, the spiritual purity of Sarah Edwards, and the spiritual passion of Viva Perpetua. Our vision today in the church for what Christian girls can truly become needs a shot of spiritual adrenaline. I've always said to Leslie that true Christian femininity, the sort of girl wholly given over to Jesus Christ and made beautiful by his indwelling grace, has the elegance and dignity of an Audrey Hepburn, and yet the radical poured-out abandon to the cross of an Amy Carmichael. It's not earthly beauty primping behind a mirror. It's a heavenly beauty in action in the back alleys of Bombay, rescuing the least and showing this world the startling mercies of our precious Jesus. If you want to get me choked up, start talking to me about my little girls. And I believe that if you want to get God choked up, start talking to him about his little girls. The manly stuff of the gospel might seem the polar opposite of the topic of little girls, when in fact, it's one and the same. It's the manly stuff that recognizes the potential power and punch of these little princesses. And it's the manly stuff that protects these little cherubs from Satan's agenda for them. And it's the manly stuff that sends them off to war when they come of age to do battle for the glory of Jesus Christ. Well, that's my take on it anyway. I'm Eric Ludy from Moody Radio. Please visit me at ericludy.com.